being sort of in plain sight is the best way to hide.
I haven't even seen if there's restrictions yet. There was a sign over there, so it might be, we might not be able to do this. All going terribly wrong. We have to leave the whole place. Two dodgy things happened last night in the Tesco's car park. Freaking hell, Janine's going absolutely mental. Right in the middle of Tesco's car park, that beautiful, one of my favourite meals ever was created. Here we go, 3, 2, 1.
Let's had a knock on the door.
Hi mate, did you knock at the door?
Welcome back to the channel. We're Janine and Liam Day, a married couple who have been doing full-time van life in the UK for the last 18 months. We are heading to London for the start of our next big adventure, but first we have to park up somewhere to get a few jobs done. This was when Liam had the crazy idea about doing our first proper supermarket stealth camp at Tesco's in our large green removals camper van conversion. As our van is so big, it's going to be a challenge, but we are going to try anyway. Will we get found out and get a knock on the door, or will hiding in plain sight actually work for us? So shut the blinds and chuck on the invisibility cloak as we attempt to live in a Tesco's car park in the UK.
Welcome back to the channel. Last time you saw us, we was up north in Hull. We went on that crazy cruise, cheap cruise. It was amazing. We're back, we're heading south. We're going towards London to do some proper London van life. So we've had a crazy idea, something that we've never done before, something that we've wanted to do ever since we've had this big green removals camper van, and that's we want to do some supermarket stealth camping. Firstly for the challenge, secondly because hopefully it's free. Yeah, why not? It's something that we've wanted to do just to see if we can do it. You know, we're in a big green van. So just down here, in between Warwick and Leamington is a Tesco's. It looks like there's no restrictions there, and we just thought, let's go and try it out. Let's just go and see if we can do it. Let's go and see if we can get away with it. So first thing we're gonna go and do is drive to the Tesco's, check out to see if there's any restrictions. If there's no restrictions, then we're gonna potentially stop there if we can get away with it. So let's go.
Okay, so we've just arrived at Tesco's. We're in the car park. The car park's actually massive. It's really big, but there is a McDonald's at one end of it, and we're just trying to look for somewhere that we can park up. We're thinking maybe not going up the McDonald's end because that might attract late night sort of loudness.
Boy racers and Land Cruisers.
Land Cruisers coming in at up that end, so we're sort of going the other end. But another thing that we're thinking is that maybe if we go right at the back in the dark, it might be a bit obvious what we're doing. We think that maybe being sort of in plain sight is the best way to hide, if you understand that theory. It makes sense in my head anyway. So we're just going around the car park now trying to find a good space to park. We'll never make it under that tree.
No, I know, but I'm just trying to work out if it's going to scratch it or not. Yeah, well,
that's too small.
That would be a good spot, but the tree wins on that. The tree has already beaten us at stealth camping.
Tree 1, Morgan 0.
So the only other spot I could think of is just here. This column. So it's not the central column that goes into Tesco's. It's the next one. And like there, oh no, there's more, another tree.
What about there?
Yeah, I'm thinking
that one there. It's kind of out the way enough. There's Tesco's there. It's out the way enough to be kind of hidden, but it's still in the middle, so we're not like deliberately hiding.
I haven't even seen if there's restrictions yet. There was a sign over there, so it might be, we might not be able to do this, and our party might be popped before we even start. Anyway, let's do it, and let's go and see if we can. Let's just go and check the car park for signs.
Okay.
I'm sure I haven't seen signs here before, but I did see one on the way in. It said something about parking. So let's just go and have a look.
Okay, we're off. We're gonna look for some signs to see if we can actually do this without breaking rules or laws.
The only sign that I saw was on the way in. It said something about parking. So if that says that we've got a limited parking, then we can't do it at all.
We headed to the sign to check out our fate.
Hey, it doesn't apply to us.
What does it say?
It's an antisocial behaviour sign. And antisocial drivers will be prosecuted. So they will get people who are driving aggressively, causing noise or nuisance, revving engine, loud stereos, handbrake turns. That's not us. We couldn't do a donut in that thing even if we wanted to. Okay, cool. It looks like we're a go.
Woohoo! Let's do some Tesco stealth camping.
So yeah, Morgan is just there. As you can see, he's big, but he's also dark as well. It's really interesting. If you put Morgan in a dark part of this car park, it would just literally he'd vanish, even though he's massive. But he's not under a lamppost or anything like that. There's a little bit of light reflecting off him. But once again, as Janine said, what we're aiming for and what we're going for here is just to hide in plain sight. So I think that's probably our best angle to go with right now. But yeah, if this works, then this is a free overnight car parking space. And one night's one thing, but if we can do it for 2 nights, happy days. But it's all to do with whether security and all that clock onto us first. And yeah, why not? Let's go for it.
This particular Tesco's car park is huge, with a dark area just behind Morgan and a McDonald's at the other end, the middle being the busiest. We headed back to the van to put our blackout blinds up and turn it into stealth mode.
Okay, so we just got into the back. It's getting late now. We're soon going to be going to bed. What's going to be really interesting is to do with power for us as well. It's going to be really interesting because this is the first winter that we've ever spent in this van. So we're looking at the power and how much juice we've got and what we're running, and because there's no solar energy at the moment, we're getting very little solar energy. So because we've got these EcoTree lithium batteries that are linked up, and a Victron system with all of our electronics linked up to an app, so we can monitor it via the app and see what we're doing. I'm going to let you know what we're on at the moment. So we've got, because we've been doing a lot of driving today, we've got 100% worth of battery, all going to plan. We're not going to drive anywhere until we leave. The only thing that might change is if we get told to leave this parking spot or we feel in danger, then of course we might move to another part of the car park. It's quite a big car park. Or, all going terribly wrong, we have to leave the whole place, the whole car park in general. Apart from that, we're going to monitor the electricity and see if we can make this last for the couple of days and not drop it too much. That's going to be a challenge.
Time was knocking on. We decided to make a hot drink and watch a film in bed, and also taking the opportunity to crawl out onto our decking and gaze at the stars on what was an unusually mild evening.
No, I'm a screw up, but baby, I'm glad you're someone to rely, someone to rely. No, I'm a screw up, but baby, I could be someone to rely, someone to rely. Your friends, they say you're in too deep. You should.
Just stepped outside. It's quite late, very late in fact, and the car park's quite empty. All around the outside of it, there's sort of young people sort of pulled up in cars. So it's like midnight, and there's the odd boy racer going past, speeding past the van. Apart from that, it's quite peaceful. We'll go to sleep now and let you know how we get on tomorrow. But the car park's almost completely emptied out. So, but it's a 24-hour Tesco's, which we didn't realise before. Should have known that, really. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll let you know how we get on tonight.
This is it, life's not infinite. It's the only chance we get. So why are we waiting? Why are we waiting? Will it click? Looking for the next new fix. Is this the new kind of sick? Why are we waiting? Why are we waiting? They say they have the answers, but no one's getting better.
Good morning and welcome to day 2 of our Tesco stealth camp. Actually gone well so far. Last night was quite peaceful. I feel quite rested. There were a few boy racers about, zooming towards McDonald's and back again, but apart from that, wasn't too bad. Oh yeah, the 2 dodgy things happened last night in the Tesco's car park. The first one was the boy racers. The second one was the 4 o'clock this morning. Some vehicle pulled up next to us, but I'm sure it was about 4 o'clock. Sort of dark, getting sort of slightly lighter. and just the car park was empty, but this vehicle just pulled up right next to us and had the engine running for ages. And it got me out of bed, and I was just watching him for a bit and seeing what was going on. It's a bit weird, but he left after a while. But just thought that was odd, seeing as though the car park was empty. Anyway, no one's come over to us, no security, nothing on the windscreen about anything, no dodgy looks from anybody. So far so good. We've got an exciting day for Janine today, especially because we are going to be getting, or hopefully getting, some Christmas decorations for the van, and doing that today, if we can find any. So that's going to be our mission today, to do that. We're going to go up into the town of Warwick, which is a very, very beautiful medieval town, and then later, because I've got Tesco's right on our doorstep in a supermarket sweep style, I'm going to make an amazing meal for Janine as well, who's been working really hard recently. It's a really good, we're not just doing this for the sake of doing it, you know, for us, if we can get away with it, it's a really good sort of grounding point for us where we can get a lot of stuff ticked off the list. So that's why we're doing it before we go to London, and then we'll fill you in about London either on this video or the next video, but it's dead exciting what's going to happen next. Anyway, let's go and get some Christmas decorations.
First things first, we nipped into Tesco's to grab some breakfast.
Okay, so I've got a bit of a gorilla themed breakfast going on this morning. I'm going to go back to the van, eat up, and then we're going to go to Warwick. Okay, cool, breakfast done. Now we're getting out and we're going into Warwick to get some Christmas decorations.
We made our way to the beautiful and historic town of Warwick, famous for its castle and medieval buildings. Warwick sits alongside the River Avon and is full of independent shops, pubs and pretty buildings, including the incredible St Mary's Church that towers above the whole town and can be seen from miles away. The main attraction, of course, is Warwick Castle, which was originally built by William the Conqueror in 1068.
If I could start the story from the end, then maybe I could end all this pretending. I'm not too sure of everywhere I've been. This medicine keeps telling me I'm winning. Oh Marilyn, where have you been? I've been looking for a place within.
Okay, cool, so we are heading back to the van now. We've got our peppermint tea, we've got a few decorations, not as many as we wanted, so we're going to head to Tesco's for that, and we are going to go back and check on Morgan. We've left Morgan now for about 3 hours, so we're starting to feel a little bit on edge. We don't like leaving the van for too long, so yeah, we're going to go back and check on Morgan.
We're going to go head into Tesco's quickly before we go back to the van to see if we can get some more Christmas decorations, because we're only about a quarter of what we need, I would say, a third maybe.
So off we went to Tesco's to grab some festive decorations for the van.
Freaking hell, Janine's going absolutely mental with Christmas decorations. I'm saying to her, look, one of the best things about sleeping in the car park of Tesco's is that we haven't got enough Christmas decorations. We can always come back in and get some more. But she's not grasping that concept, unfortunately. I'm literally going to have to drag her away from this place.
How have you been? I've been looking for.
Can I just point out my brilliant stealth choice of location to park in the car park? You're literally looking over towards Morgan. You can't see him because he's blocked by the trolley park thing cover and the trees as well. It's a very, very good park up. It's working so far.
We headed back to the van and tried to sneak in without anyone seeing.
And stealth mode. Just hope that none of the security watch us get in and out.
Yeah, we could go through the driver's thing, but
Through the hatch, yeah.
I missed the step.
Liam went back to Tesco's to grab some food for dinner.
So what you cooking?
Well, seeing as though we're in Tesco's car park for the second night, I think we need some comfort food. I'm going for a Studland beef goulash, or vegan beef goulash, and yeah, it's going to be comfort food to the max.
Nice. I do love a Studland beef goulash.
Why is it called a Studland beef goulash, Janine?
It's called a Studland beef goulash because we were in Studland in Dorset and we made a beef goulash. and it was lovely.
It was good, yeah,
Really
yeah.
good.
So we started naming the dishes after the places that we were.
Yeah.
And it was ours because we changed it a bit to make it ours, didn't we? I think I saw the recipe somewhere and then made it ours.
I don't think we used this last time, did we?
This isn't beef.
This isn't beef. I've never had that, so I'm excited to try it.
So first thing, onions in.
From the east to the west, with the heart of gratefulness, lift up your voice and sing, lift up a shout of faith. Oh, there's only one name. We lift up a shout. We lift up a shout.
Looking good, Liam.
Oh yeah, Studland Goulash. Cheese in. All we need to do now is serve it with some sour cream and some parsley, and we're in.
To the south, let it ride.
Good. We might be in a Tesco's car park, sweetheart, but I know how to treat you.
Thank you.
It's so funny, isn't it? It's so funny. Right in the middle of Tesco's car park, that beautiful, one of my favourite meals ever was created.
So this one's called a Tesco's car park goulash.
Tesco's car park goulash. It's got a ring to it.
We served up our wonderful Tesco's beef goulash and ate it in the back of our now stealth removals van in the middle of Tesco's car park, hoping the aroma wasn't drifting too far.
Okay, so we've just eaten dinner and it was absolutely gorgeous. And now I'm going to have a shower. Now we haven't had any solar all day, so I'm going to have to heat up the water for a shower using the diesel heater. So I'm going to pop the diesel heater on and sort of invert the heat to the boiler so it heats up the water. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, cool. So I can't have a shower until that's heated up. So whilst we're waiting, we're going to put the Christmas decorations up.
Yay!
And I'm so excited. I know it's a bit early, but
If we don't do them now, then we won't do them at all.
No.
That's how we are. We're always too busy.
exactly, we'll be too late.
We had a quick check of the electrics as promised, and we were on 88%, which is great after 2 days of no solar and means I can blow dry and straighten my hair. The festivities began, so we threw on some music and began decorating.
While shepherds kept their watching, or silent flocks by night, behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light. Oh, tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere.
So does that mean whenever we answer the door, we have to kiss?
Yeah, yeah, it does. Whoever comes through the door, it's always just me and you. There you go, you got the mistletoe set up now.
If someone knocks, you've got to kiss them.
Yeah, well, no one ever knocked. Oh, yeah. Could you move on, please? The National Trust Guard.
Not before my kiss.
We finished putting up the decorations. I finally had my long-awaited shower and washed my hair, all in the car park of Tesco's.
Okay, so shower done, and I think we've finished with the decorations for now, and we're going to do a grand unveiling. So this is the Tesco's car park light switch on.
The Christmas light switch on. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Way! Oh, that looks really good.
They look really cute, don't they?
You probably can't see very well there. Janine will show you right there.
Oh, I'm not sure if it shows up that well on camera, but it actually looks really nice here.
You'll have to see it for yourselves, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks totally grotto-ish.
Yeah.
Like really grotto-ish.
It's not too bright as well.
Pleased with our achievements, we congratulated each other. I dried my hair and we went to bed, keeping our fingers crossed that we have another undisturbed night.
I can do an imitation of a man who's feeling good.
Just had a knock on the door this morning. Liam's about to answer, but we don't know if it's security or someone else. I don't know. I'm scared.
Hi mate, did you knock at the door? Nice to meet you, David. How you doing? Take care mate, see you bye. Honestly, I thought that was it, but he said he wasn't the guy that he wasn't the people that knocked.
Oh, really?
Don't know who knocked. He was someone who was waiting for us to come back from the supermarket.
Phew! It's actually the day that we're leaving anyway, but it's quite good. I'd have been even more scared if it was yesterday.
Good morning from day 3 at Tesco's car park, stealth camping. We're actually leaving today, but I tell you what, apart from that knock on the door this morning and that car that pulled up to us on that first night, we've gotten away with it. Considering we're a big green removals camper van, we've done it. I reckon we could do more nights here. I reckon we could attempt at semi-living here if we needed to, but we try and stick to, for wild camping or free camping, we try and stick to the 2-night rule maximum. Used to be a 1-night rule, but since the diesel crisis, costs and all of that have flown up, we sort of hover around for 2 nights now at each spot, and we sort of do that and leave no trace and what have you, but we've gotten away with it here. You know, what's funny about it last night was we had such a good evening last night, you know, decorating the van on the inside, and yet outside, people were walking past, getting their shopping from Tesco's, getting their petrol and all the rest of it, going to McDonald's, and no one had a clue that there were 2 people inside this van having a nice time, having a gorgeous meal, Janine having a shower and straightening her hair, and we're putting up Christmas decorations. And I think that's the thing about van life that I love the most, and you know you've got the van inside of the van right, that when you're inside it you completely forget about your surroundings, and that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. I really hold that dear to van life, and feel very, very grateful for that. On the subject of gratitude as well, it's a very difficult time of year for people. We're very, very aware of that. Every single meal that we had in this car park, we are going to mirror and add to the food bank in the supermarket as well. So from breakfast this morning as well, lunch, dinner, the whole lot. Hopefully that might help a little bit to people who are struggling. We're very, very aware of the fact that we're living in a van for free most nights. A lot of people don't have that luxury. Anyway, if you enjoyed the content and you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe. The subscribe button is just down below here. Click it. It means the world to us, means a lot to the channel, and we'll see you next time because we're heading to London. It's something else that we've never done before, to do some van life in London. It's going to be very, very interesting, especially in a van of this size. We've done it in a Tesco's car park. Let's see what London City's like. See you next time.
Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future